Naman audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this chapter has been covered in your school
No, sir. My school is starting from tomorrow, new session.
from
But
tomorrow.
I have
Okay.
covered this chapter, sir.
You have gone through this chapter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you define force?
So force is a type of force which consists of pull and push. There are
Okay.
effects of force. A force can make a moving object change its direction. A force can
Okay,
make
that we will discuss afterwards. Namisha, can you define force?
So push or pull on an object is known as force.
Okay, so definition is over. Push or pull on an object. Okay. Next thing, characteristics of force. Can you tell me the characteristics
the
of
force
force?
can make a stationary body move.
No, that is the effects of force you are talking about. I am talking about characteristics of force.
So I can example.
Namisha, can you give any example? Characteristics of force.
No, sir.
There should be, first of all, interaction between two bodies to produce force.
So
Isn't
then
it?
can't we define it as contact force and non-contact force?
That are types of forces.
Okay, sir.
Okay. These are the characteristics of force. Means uske gun, visheshta. Isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Means if there is an interaction between two bodies, it means force will be present there, isn't it? So
Yes.
interaction between two bodies, that is necessary to have force, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, but we have non-contact force also, no, sir.
Yes,
Like,
but that is also a type of interaction only.
yes, sir. But in non-contact force, gravitation.
Yes, there is no contact between an apple and the ground, but the apple is falling, isn't it?
Yes.
But means there is an interaction between the ground and the apple, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then interaction between, if you are asked such questions, then you should be able to define it, isn't it? If you are asked, suppose that what are the characteristics of force, isn't it? Then you have to tell these all statements. Like there should be interaction between two bodies, then only force can occur, isn't it? Now
Yes.
force has a definite direction.
No, sir.
Force has magnitude. Then the third point can be written as force has direction. At least we
Yes,
can
sir.
write, isn't it?
So then we
Yes, sir.
can say it as a vector quantity, no, sir.
Yes, that is called also a vector quantity.
Okay, sir.
Means if there is a force, it will have some magnitude, it will have some direction, there will be interaction between two bodies, isn't it? These are the characteristics of forces. So please don't confuse with what type of questions you are asked, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
then
sir.
take a screenshot for this.
Taken, sir.
Okay, I'm
Take it.
clearing this. Now you were talking about effects of force. Now you can tell me effects of force. What effects can be result from
A
force?
force can make a stationary body move. Force
Okay,
can make a moving.
but can you tell me without seeing the book? Just apply the logic. What force can do, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Suppose you are
Force-
playing a football, you can
Yes.
move an object, isn't
Yes.
it? What the opposite team does, it stops the kick given by you, isn't it? It stops the ball
Yes, sir.
with their foot.
Yes, sir.
That is
We
also a
change
kind
the
of force. Means
direction of the football when we pass it on to another player.
yes, means a force can stop the object also, isn't it? Other than movement, we can say it can move an object, but also it can stop an object, isn't it?
Yes.
It can change the direction of an object, whichever is moving, isn't
Yes.
it? What other things that comes in your mind?
So a force can make a stationary body move. A force can make a moving body stop. A force
Yes.
can change a shape and size.
Yes.
Shape of an object.
Okay. It can change the shape and size of an object. Okay. Means it can move an object in short form, isn't it?
Yes.
It can stop a moving object, isn't it?
Yes.
Stop a moving object. It can change the direction of a moving object, isn't it?
Yes.
Then it can change the shape of an object,
Yes.
and it can also change the
Size.
size of an object, isn't it? So these are what? These are effects of forces. So we have done definition, then we have done, second thing was
Effects of force. So then,
characteristics of forces.
yes, sir.
Second thing. Third thing is effects of force, isn't it? And take a screenshot of this. I will be clearing
Taken,
this.
sir.
Okay. And next topic, what you have seen in your book? Anything that you remember?
Sir, types of force.
Yes. Types of forces. Now here we can draw a diagram like this. So it can be divided into two parts.
Yes, sir. Contact force and non-contact force.
Yes, contact and non-contact. Contact force. Then you can write non-contact force. Now contact force can be divided into how many parts?
Muscular force.
Hmm?
So muscular force and magnetic force.
Magnetic force, is it contact force?
No, sir, not magnetic force.
Then
Muscular force.
Nimisha, have you gone through the chapter? No.
Some parts, yes.
Frictional force.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard of this?
Yes, sir. Frictional
Yes.
force. Frictional
Means
force
if there is a
occurs.
friction between two bodies, means they are rubbing against each other,
Yes.
isn't it? That is also a
Friction
kind of
occurs
force.
when two bodies interlock their irregularities on the surface.
Okay. Now tell me non-contact forces.
Gravitation force, magnetic force,
Yes.
and electrostatic force.
Right. Good. Gravitational. Okay. Then magnetic,
Electrostatic force. Yes, sir. Magnetic and
magnetic, and then electrostatic, isn't it? So
yes,
please remember these five forces at least, and the classification also, which comes under which. Okay. This is totally logical. There's nothing to remember in this, isn't it? So the
Yes.
types of forces are, first of all, two types: contact and non-contact. Okay. Contact forces are muscular force. You know muscular force?
Yes, sir.
An example?
So like when we are lifting a heavy
Yes,
box
that
or
is muscular
anything.
force. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, Nimisha, any example for frictional force?
No, sir.
Rubbing our palm in winter season to get some
I
warmth.
will wax, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So simple examples are there. Any other example that you can give for frictional force? Whenever there are two bodies rubbing against each other, that is frictional force.
Okay.
Then give me some other example. If I am rubbing my palm against each other, that is frictional force. Okay. What other things you can rub against each other?
Sir, wood.
Why you will rub it?
Sir, to give it a fine shape.
Okay. Means you are using some tool and then you are applying that tool on the wood, isn't it? So that is a frictional
Yes.
force. Okay. Now non-contact forces, gravitational force example, Nimisha.
Sir, like Newton.
Newton. Example
Means
means
the,
some event occurring due to gravitational force. I want to know.
because of earthquake, the tree, like,
Why so big example you have to give? You are just dropping one ball from the terrace and it is
yes, sir.
coming down on the earth only, isn't it? On the ground. It is not flying in the sky. That is due to gravitational force.
Yes.
Magnetic force example, Naman.
So we can take two magnets consisting of North Pole, South Pole, and we
Okay.
can keep two magnets like attracting south pole and south pole, then they will take a represent because they are like terms and like poles, so they will not
Like poles attract each other or repel each other? Like poles.
repair each other, sir.
Okay. You can take a simple magnet, a single magnet also. And if we are taking it
If you
towards
break
an
it,
any iron particle, say, or nails are there, okay, that will
Yes,
be
sir.
attracted towards that. It means that is
Yes.
due to the magnetic force of the magnet, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, electrostatic force, what does that mean?
So, electrostatic force is the force between charged particles. The charged particles attract each other and cause repulsions.
Okay, means
Repulsions.
whatever is having charge, okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is called whatever force is due to the charged particle. That is called electrostatic force, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, types of forces we have done. Means you can
Sir,
all define all the forces, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a screenshot. We will move further then.
Taken, sir.
Okay, so I'm clearing this
Okay.
page. Now force is over. Let's talk about pressure. Okay,
Yes.
what does that mean, pressure?
So pressure, we can take an example of nail going in the wood.
Now,
The
first of all,
smaller,
if you are told to define pressure in a single statement, can you?
yes, sir.
How to
Yes, sir.
define
When
it?
we press a ball, we apply pressure in it.
That is one of the examples of an event occurring due to pressure, isn't it? What is the definition of pressure? You know the formula for pressure?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
What formula is there, Naman?
So Newton meter square by area.
That is the unit. Pressure
So
equal to
Newton by area.
force by area. You have to start from force. What we did just now, force, isn't it? Force
Yes.
by area. So by this only you can define also by the same formula. Pressure is the force applied per unit area. See, pressure is the force applied per unit area. That's all. Means by the formula only we know the definition, isn't it?
Yes.
Nimisha, can you define pressure now?
So force by area we get the
By
pressure.
area, I didn't tell by area. That is the formula. Force
Yes.
applied per unit area. Okay. Pressure is the force applied per unit area. Why per unit area means? It may be 1 meter square, it may be 1 centimeter square in that way. And the standard units that we have to take is, first of all, I'm writing in short form, P equal to F by A. Okay. Pressure equal to force by area. Now force is taken in Newton and area is taken in meter square. This is the standard that we have taken. Okay. And the
Okay,
unit
sir.
of pressure is?
The unit
Naman?
of pressure is Newton.
Unit of
Pascal
force is
was-
Newton. Pascal.
Yes, sir,
Okay,
Pascal.
please remember that. Pascal. Either you write Pascal or you write Newton per meter square. Both are same, but you have to remember Pascal also from exam point of
Yes.
view. Anywhere it can be asked. What is the unit for pressure other than Newton per meter square? Okay.
Okay, sir.
And where from this Newton came? This came from force because the unit of force is Newton. Okay. And we know that area is meter square, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you are given any question in centimeter, you will convert it into first meter, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, there are some questions also. One example is there. I will be giving you. Please don't see the book and try to do it. And take a screenshot of this quickly. Then I will be clearing this page.
Taken, sir.
Nimisha, taken?
Taken, sir.
Okay. Now, a question for both of you. A force of 100 Newton is applied to an object of area 2 meter square calculate the pressure
Done, sir.
Okay, what's your answer?
Sir, just I have a doubt, sir. When we calculate pressure, so then 100 by we will use the formula. So then the result we will get. So what we can tell the results of pressure? Pressure equal to 50, sir. I'm getting.
Only 50. Nimisha, what's your answer?
50 Pascal.
50 Pascal is also right. And one more thing you can write. What is Pascal
Newton meter
equivalent
square.
to? I told you, no, the unit can be taken as Pascal, or you can also take it as
Newton meter square.
Newton per meter square, not Newton meter square. See, again I am writing this. Please listen carefully. We know that pressure equal to force by area. Okay,
Yes, sir.
is equal to force is given as what?
So force is given.
100.
The force is given as 100 newtons, and the
Yes,
area
100 Newton. Not only 100 Nimisha, 100 Newton you have to write. Divided by area is given as
2 meter square.
2 meters square. Now 2 5s are 10 and 0 again. So we will write here 50, and then whatever numerator is there, like unit is already written in the numerator, that is n. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then meter square is written in the denominator. So it will be either you can write it as per meter square, or you can write it as 50 Newton per meter square, or you can write it as 50 Newton per meter square. If you are writing m to the power -2, that is also equivalent to per meter square only. Okay, pressure.
Okay, sir.
Understood, Nimisha?
Yes.
Any doubt in this in unit?
No, sir.
And you can also write it as, or you can write it as 50 Pascal, isn't it? Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me see what other topics are there. Others are just examples. Pressure is in solid, in liquid, and in gas also. That is not any
Yes,
special
sir.
thing that you have to know, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you give an example of pressure exerted by gases?
So pressure exerted by gases.
Yes.
So example, we can take a balloon, sir.
Yes.
We can take a balloon. We can fill a balloon with the with air,
Okay.
and we can see that air is flowing through the balloon, and the pressure is also pressure is bounded.
The balloon
pressure
is expanding. Why? Because
Yes,
the
sir.
air is being forced inside it.
Uh,
Means there is some
yes, sir.
pressure involved in it, isn't it?
Yes,
Which
sir.
we are blowing through our mouth. Okay. Take a screenshot of this. I will be clearing this page now.
Taken, sir.
Okay. Nimisha, taken.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have heard about atmospheric pressure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There is some pressure of air in atmosphere also, isn't it?
Yes, sir. The higher
So-
the altitude, the lower the pressure.
Okay, good. Higher the altitude, Nimisha,
You
pressure will increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. Okay, good. Now, there is atmospheric pressure. Due to that, why our body doesn't squeeze? Why we are looking
Yes, sir.
normal only? Instead of
Sir,
atmospheric pressure
because
everywhere.
so because the atmospheric pressure is low down, so it is low, not high, sir, not in maximum value. Because
Have you heard about blood pressure?
yes, sir.
Yes.
So, in our body, is there blood pressure, any blood pressure present?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Due to that pressure only, our body is as normal as we are today, isn't it? Otherwise,
Yes.
due to the atmospheric pressure, it could have
It could have
magnificent effect on our
plus
body,
down.
and our body physical changes would have occurred, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Understood the meaning?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me see another on the topic if they're important for you. There are many examples that you go through, and there are many questions, mathematical also, like for pressure or force. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So try to attempt all the questions first of all, and then keep your doubts for tomorrow.
Okay,
We'll
sir.
start from the doubts only. Okay. And I will try to give you the quiz on this chapter, force and pressure. Now we will do it.
Okay, sir.
And have you completed the quiz today?
Yes, sir.
It was on which topic?
Linear equations in one variable.
How was it? Interesting or boring?
Interesting, sir.
Time was sufficient? 20 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Nimisha, have you done?
Yes. Sir.
And yesterday's marks, I think that Nimisha has got lesser than Naman. Yesterday's quiz was on which topic?
Linear equations in the same.
Yesterday's quiz. Yesterday's quiz only. Yesterday I have
Same.
given on, not on linear equation, I think. Yesterday was also on linear equation only.
Yes. Sir.
Okay, how much marks you got, Nimisha?
Let me see, sir.
Check it. Naman, you also check it.
So 64 by 80%. 64 by
Okay.
80, I got.
Okay, that is satisfactory. But whatever questions you are not doing rightly, that you have to make a separate notebook, isn't it? I told you already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you done that? Have you seen all the answers? Any question left that you are in doubt?
Yes, sir. Question number 3.
What was that?
So find the value of m from the expression 6 meter square plus 13 meter minus 4 by 2 meter plus 5 equal to 12 meter square plus 5 meter minus 2 by 4 meter plus 3.
Okay, that was little difficult. That's okay. Any other question? Nimisha, how much marks?
58.
58, isn't it? Okay, let me see the question that you are talking about, Naman. Any other question, Naman, that you are in doubt?
So 18th one.
18th one. Okay, let me check the questions first. Linear equations. This is for today. This is okay. Question number 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me check. Question number 3. It was 6m square, I think. Then plus 13m
Yes, sir.
minus 4
Minus 4.
divided by 2m plus 5 equal to 12m square plus 5m minus 2 divided by 4m plus 3. Find the value of m from the expression. Okay, this was the question. Okay, 6 4. You've done factorization also, no?
So,
Factorization in mathematics in last class,
yes,
was
sir.
it? Okay. Then can this numerator be factorized quadratic equations? Can you factorize them and make in brackets? Is it possible? Check it. The product is 6 4s are 24, like that. Have you done? Product of the extreme terms and sum is 13. Have you done like that?
No, sir.
Factorization? No. Okay. Okay, then you can leave this question because you have not done that. And this is also not linear equation in one variable because this is m square, isn't it? So maybe this is out of the chapter, so you will be confused. Okay, leave it. Other question?
18th one, sir.
18th one. What was that?
4 students, Preeti, Kadir, Ravi, and Sonam, solve the equation p minus 3 by p plus 4 equal to p plus 1 by p minus 2. Their answers are minus 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 2 by 5, and minus 2 by 5, respectively, whose answer is correct.
Divided by p minus 2. You have to find p in this, isn't it? This is the equation p minus 3 by p plus 4 equal to p plus 1 by p minus 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can write p minus 3 into p minus 2 equal to p plus 1 into p plus 4. Have you done this, Nimisha?
No, sir.
P into p minus 2 minus 3 into p minus 2 equal to p into p plus 4 plus 1 into p plus 4. Can we write like this?
Yes, sir.
P
Yes,
square
sir.
minus 2p minus 3p plus 6 equal to p square plus 4p plus p plus 4. This implies, now this p square and this p square can get cancelled,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Okay. Now minus 2p minus 3p means minus 5p
Yes, sir.
plus 6 equal to 5p plus 4.
Yes, sir.
That means 6 minus 4 will be equal to 5p plus 5p. Can we write like this?